Cyclone Soda, business idea, flavored fountain drink, shop with snacks. My summary canvas is key partners, investors for building and supplies, Pepsi and Coke, Moan and Syrups, key activities, buying or renting, building, getting products lined up. Key resources, knowing reps for products. Value proposition, new concept of flavored soda for the area, not other stores like this. Many different flavors and mixes for an affordable price. Customer relationships, best customer service in the area, hire best employees. Channels, direct sales with word of mouth from customers. Customer segments, people who want a snack but don't want to go into a gas station. People who want a variety on their drinks and snacks. Revenue streams, people pay anywhere from $1 to $8 for specialty drinks. And cost structure, value driven and want to give quality product to the customers. My value proposition is the segment that I'm going to start with. In the value proposition and the key insights that I gained from that, my value proposition is flavored and mixed sodas for an affordable price, a new concept to the area of Marion, Illinois. The pains of the customer are not being able to find a flavored soda besides what gas stations can offer, very limited on what they can get. They're not able to get a lot of variety, and they're limited to just this different flavors that they can get there. One of the gains that they'll get is a chance to mix up sodas and have flavors that are different and special mixes, kind of like what they have in other areas. Cyclone Soda, our MPV, is soda plus flavor, and it kind of equals the different flavored drinks there. We'll have a bunch of different varieties of drinks and different things that they can add into their drink. Market size and key insights. The market size is the population of Marion, Illinois, and surrounding areas, which is roughly about 1.2 million people. The store itself will be located in Marion, Illinois, and the population there is 17,762. All these were pulled off of Google, the populations. The next segments I want to talk about are customer relationships, channels, and customer segments. Customer segments. Customer segment number one is the stay-at-home parents that commute from kid activity to kid activity. The soccer mom is kind of what the picture dictates here. Just the person that's on the go all the time and needs like a pick-me-up or wants a drink on their way out to those different variety of activities. We all know somebody who takes their kids to a lot of different activities and their kids all play different sports. Customer segment number two is students getting out of school and returning home or going to the activities that they're in. A lot of students are in a rush after they get out of school and they kind of want to go grab something quick. And sometimes that leads to them grabbing, stuff at the gas station. And that's kind of where we want to get our customers, is those ones that are out of school and they can come get sodas from us. Customer segment number three, people working in jobs needing a pick-me-up during the day. So during their break, they'd be able to go over to our shop and get a drink or flavored drink or flavored soda and be able to have a little bit of caffeine so they can have a pick-me-up during the day, or even having just a pick-me-up, just a drink without caffeine in it to be able to get them throughout the rest of the day. Customer relationships and marketing. Using the get, keep, grow kind of as an example. Our get, it would be a grand opening and buy one, get one promo for opening week. This will get my get strategy for the first part of getting the customers in the door. Then I will keep doing a different promo each week or each month with the different varieties of the sodas. The keep, idea I have is a punch card reward system or a promo that goes out on an app or a phone. Just basically they get so many punches and then they get a free drink, and that'll keep them coming in to getting the sodas. The grow With the grow section, it will be adding a different flavors and having a paired snack item to make combos or selections. Also, just combinations of the different flavors, or adding in like a cream or an ice cream or what have you in the soda. The viral loop that I wanted to talk about is telling a friend. The option I have here is when you bring in a friend for the first time, or signing them up on the app, giving them a free drink, or also even if you bring in a friend, you get a free drink, or they get a free drink for the first time that they came in. The channels. So the channel that I have is basically direct sales, directly to the customer. Because of that, we're kind of limited on what kind of channels we have with the sodas. I can't sell it on the internet, but direct sales to the customer is the channel I picked. Key partners, key activities, key resources is the next section that I wanted to talk about. Key partners, the investors. I have 2 investors ready and willing to help finances and the day-to-day building the finances until the business takes off. The other key partner that I have is Coke and Monin. The 2 vendors are very important to get my product. The risk that they wouldn't supply to the same person at the same time. Reward that you would be able to cover all of the needs and wants of both groups of the people on the Coke and the Pepsi, or Coke and Monin. Key resources, physical location. I think near Walmart or near a big other corporation or grocery store would be the key place to build. Having physical supply, or Pepsi or Coke and Monin syrup. Financial startup costs, loan from a bank or investor, possibly a business partner to share the cost of the startup. Financial working capital loans or business investors could cover this. Human resources, the working culture and that I want to have in the business is people showing up to work on time and working their full shifts. Employees being very customer oriented and helping each person get the best product. So showing that the customer is number one, and that's what we want, are there for, helping them get what the product that they want. Intellectual, I have branding and trademarks are the 2 things I think that I can have in this company. It's not a new idea, so it would have to be a good brand and good trademarks, and just making sure that due to our customer service, that people want to keep coming to us. Key activities, manufacturing needs. The manufacturing needs are either 2 things. I have to find a building that has a drive-through and is small enough but good enough to have all of the soda and syrups that we need. I would need to find a place that maybe is an end cap to a strip mall. It would also need to be a place that has running water and could be renovated into a soda shop business. The other option is to build a trailer that I can pull to different places and different events, like a state fair. The issues here is that I need to find a way to have running water and electricity to that building. So I'd be limited on where I can take it. Supply chain, I need to set up the supply chain and set up the partnerships with the 2 main companies that I will be working with. Coke will want a sales agreement and a rep to work with me. I will also need to set up an account and get product into the building I choose. The next supplier I will need to work with is the company that supplies syrups, either Monin or another company. I would need to work out an ordering and shipping schedule with them. My flow chart here, I have building, renovations, and open for small businesses. The next section is the cost structure and the revenue streams. So here's my cost structure. I have a lot of cost, or not so many costs in it as the normal business. There are some expenses and costs. So for the expenses of the cost of goods, how often we had to order them and the product, I kind of did a rough estimate here. This is basically based upon usage. So both the syrup and the soda, we would just be bringing in stuff as it's used. The fixed costs, we have the building rent, electricity, water, insurance, shipping, freight. And so there's some of those costs. The revenue or gross sales that I'm anticipating is 180,000. Expenses, I'm thinking variable costs and fixed costs that we're going to be running about 107,000. And then the operating income, so profit would be 72,000. Revenue, the customer segment that I have are customers who drink soda and customers who want a snack during the day. The revenue stream that my business has for both would be direct sales. The pricing strategy that I have for each product is a base charge for soda. Example would be like $1.50 for a small, $1.75 for a medium, or a large for $2. Then flavors would be 50 cents per flavor, or 75 cents for toppings like ice cream. I would also have a signature pre-made variations that would be priced at a discount from the 50 cent per flavor. Example of this would be like a rock and roll type drink, iron port drink base with cherry, vanilla, and then ice cream for a large would be like $3.50. The second part to this would be charging a price for snack type items. Chips would be $1 a bag. Cookies would be $1 a piece. I could also carry a large variety of candy bars at $1 a piece. My metrics that matter, I got sales, number of sales that is got during the day and the year. The reason this is important is we would want to track our sales number to find out how many people are buying our product. Selling price, how much we are selling the product for is important because that could drive customers away or bring them in. But also if we are charging too little, it's leaving money on the table. Cost of goods sold, how much it is costing us to sell each good. This is important because it will change over the year, so we need to know this to change price accordingly. Our gross sales, total dollar amount of items sold. This is important to know how much we are making on each sale and off of the product. Gross profit is the last one. This is important because the profit isn't there, then it's time to quit the business or sell or get out. My insights from my interviews, I had quite a bit of different insights. Some of them here. I had a lot of people say that they would be willing to buy the soda, and then I actually had a lot of people that said they were interested in investing in the company and wanted to be like investors. I also had some people that said they would love to be an employee and work their summer there and be able to work their summer. Business model, environment, market forces, what binds customers to a company and its offer. I think this answer is really good customer service and being able to give a great product for the right amount of money or cost. Customers are big on how much things cost. Industry forces, who are your competitors? Anyone who sells soda drink. The way this affects my business model is I have to offer good flavors and something different than the competitors can't offer, which would be the good customer service. Key trends, which trends might influence buyer behavior. Trends in society are really big on market for my business. My business model makes the most sense as long as people keep drinking flavored sodas. Microeconomic forces in this economy in a boom or bust phase. I think that the economy is in a boom phase, but also could be on the verge of becoming a bust depending on the government and taxes. The impact this has on my business would be that I would have to have less employees if the minimum wage goes up. Here in Illinois, they're trying to raise the minimum wage to $15 an hour. So it would really drive up how much I'd have to sell to be able to pay for them to be there, but I could also do it with less employees. Environmental factor. the way I would address the environmental factors is to get business going fast while it's still in a boom and build customer service and show them that our brand is really good. My SWOT analysis, the value proposition assessments, strengths, customers' needs are met. We have a great product. Opportunities, lots of customers and opportunities to get better. Threats, different businesses, people can copy the business and idea fairly easy. That's where, like, again, our customer service would be important, and also being just the first of doing this and getting our name out there. The revenue cost and assessment, strengths, low cost, and great profit potential. Weakness, sales are based on sodas sold and need a lot of soda to have great profit and pay for employees' expenses. Opportunities, great opportunities to get costs cut with right agreement. Threat agreements and contracts can become expensive. The infrastructure assessment, strengths, partnerships are strong and have current potential investors. Weaknesses is the partners in the supply company need to become stronger and get better discounts. So I need to be able to get those reps in there and be able to work out deals with them. Customer interface assessment, strengths, customer segment is very strong and lots of potential customers to purchase products multiple times a week. Weakness, channels, I am limited to just selling a product in person and not over the internet. Some of the key pivots that we had were our customer segments, actually breaking them down into 3 different categories, being the parents that are driving kids around to different activities, business workers, and students. The other key pivot that I had was investors for the building and supplies, making sure that I line those up specifically, like making sure that they know what they're doing and that they're investing in that part of the business. The other pivot I have in the value proposition is building in different locations across Illinois. So not just limiting myself to one location, but maybe setting up different locations around Southern Illinois. The brand driven to give customer the best product. It was the cost structure pivot that I had. I wanted to make sure that I'm focusing on the brand and making sure that the brand's really good. The other revenue streams pivot that I thought of was base rate for the soda and being able to charge 75 cents for the flavors and the creams. Just making sure that I'm getting all of that off the table that I can. So again, here's my presentation. If you're willing to invest in my company, I know that we can do really well. I think that this market is really open for this type of investment. I feel like it's ready for a great company.